we can have a really good decision that results in a bad outcome. Start recording key decisions. We should be able to use this framework to make better decisions that happen faster and faster. Here's what I would tell you to record. What specifically was the problem we were trying to solve? We had to define that. What's our expected outcome? If we do this, we're going to do this. Business is just one big science experiment. It's a hypothesis. Here are our variables. Here's the conclusion. And the better we get at running these hypotheses to conclusions, the better off we're going to be and be successful. The next is, who own the decisions? People keeping track of who's making better decisions. Who are the supporters on that? Who's working really well together? And what were the assumptions that we used to make the decision? As we walked through the decision-making rubric, what were the things of the best long-term consideration? Or we stopped on the best short-term because we thought about these three things and the impact that it was going to make. What influenced the decision? Was there a certain market decision? Was there a customer problem? What were the things that you were thinking about when you were making that decision? Make sure that I communicate who needs to know about the decision. One of the real problems inside businesses, we're not thoughtful about the intersections of our business. So we will see production make a change and they will not understand how that impacts finance and accounting. We need to make sure that if we make this change and decision, who do we have to communicate with to make sure that we're not messing up their world? What other options were considered? What risks and safeguards were considered? Let's make sure that we're thinking about mitigating risk all of the time. And then the last piece is, what's the expected timeline? When we were thinking about generating what the outcome looked like, we want to say that within 6 months, we're doing this thing. It allows us to then go back and to look and say, did it really happen within 6 months? How does it look? And I think the two things that we have to assess, because we always assess the outcome of the decision, but let's look at the decision process that we went through. Did we do a good job generating options, choosing the end result, defining the problem? Because we can have a really good decision that results in a bad outcome. Let's look at the quality of our decisions. And then the last piece of that, what would we do differently as we look at this decision? Would we have done something pre-decision as we were trying to make the decision? In the actual decision, geez, one of the other options, we made a mistake. That was a better option for us. Or was the problem in the execution of it? So when we are ruthlessly evaluating these things, and the goal is, how do we move our company forward with more clarity?